there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Metal Gear Solid 5 S-Rank walkthrough. This is episode 24. It is called Close Contact. And as you can see, we're getting our jog on all the way up to A on the left, which is quite some distance away, and I'm going to be using sped up motion to make it run a little smoother. And to avoid a section such as this, all you have to do is use the horse instead of Quiet as your buddy. But once again, two birds, the same stone. So that's why I'm using it, if you're wondering, as I pick up some... I don't know which one that was. Was it an African peach? Something like that? Wow, you can hear the humming that she does in Super Fast Forward. That sounds weird as shit. But I brought the map up to show you the angle of the camp I'm approaching from. This is the second time you've seen me approach from this direction. However, this is the camp that we want, and the prisoner, as you'll see in a moment, is going to be over by the tent. There's some really good guys here, by the way, if you want to start tranking them and Fultoning them, but I'm going for the no trace bonus, if I can get it anyway. Can't remember if I do, but there is a tent on the northern ridge of this, the northern perimeter. It's directly in front of me now, and in that tent is the guy that you need to grab. And behind that tent, walking away, is a prisoner who's escaped. So, this was literally a one-shot. I didn't even remember what this mission was. I just came to it. And the strategy herein is pretty tense for a couple of minutes, but it worked fluently, so I can't really complain. So, I've highlighted the prisoner because I knew where it was. I'm going to go in a wide berth around the left-hand side of this approach. And that's when I noticed the guy walking off, which I think is a really interesting thing to have prisoners that you have to come and get who actively escape. I think it would be nice if it was a percentage-based statistic where there was a chance that any of them at any given moment could escape in different ways, because then I think it would be really, really dynamic and reward the systems of the game. But this kind of stuff is all pre-programmed. This guy will always be escaping, and he will always go the same path that he chooses when he goes this way. So go close to him, he'll collapse, and then Fulton him away. However, I'm nervous, so I pick him up, I move him over here a little bit, and then I Fulton him. And what is going to happen here is, at this moment in time, the entire camp is looking away from the other prisoner. So if you could get in quick enough, you could probably pick her up and get out of there. But because she's so close to them, there's a chance that picking her up will alert them, and that's the true issue. But the camp goes on alert because they realise the other prisoner's gone, and then everybody moves, and I end up laying on my belly praying for dear life as people come incredibly close to seeing me, but thanks to the camouflage index, they can't. So I'm going to flatten myself against this tent as that guy comes to explore. I'm going to go into stealth mode, and how he doesn't see me, I couldn't tell you. But he doesn't, and it's that moment of, well, you're here now, Chris, so you've got to bloody commit. So I watch the dude behind me, I see the guy shining his torch. Remember, that torch is minus 60 on camouflage, so be careful. There's two dudes there, one of them is on his radio. There's this guy who at any moment could have turned around, but he never does. So I just kind of lay here, and then I'm going to get the perfect opportunity to go in and grab her. And once again, do not be passive, be very assertive, and you might just work. And that's exactly what you're about to watch. So he walks away. Everyone's kind of alerted. They've both got their backs to me. He's got his back to me as well, so I go for it now. And it works. It shouldn't work, but it does, and that's the beauty of a lot of these strategies. All you need to do now is get a decent distance away, and either Fulton this lady or use the chopper. I can't remember if you can Fulton her. So put whatever you can between you and them. You'll notice the sun is coming up, so we're losing our advantage of shadow. But as soon as we get around this little horn of rock here, we should be okay. But to get that after one attempt, it's like it all just beautifully aligned, like some kind of, you know, constellation. It's really, really good to see. So I think you've got to chopper this lady up, because I don't have the ability to Fulton weak people yet. But I could be wrong, guys. When I'm in the zone, sometimes I just kind of focus on it. Like, one of the advantages of carrying somebody to the chopper is it gives you something to focus on while you're making the journey to it. Because the amount of times you're going to be travelling to a chopper and then waiting for a chopper and then watching a chopper fly off are some of the worst parts of this game, because I just don't think it heightens tension, it heightens the experience. I don't think it does anything. The only thing it does is delay you from getting to the part of the gameplay you enjoy. And I think it's an interesting stylistic choice, but I think it's a fundamental failure, because it isn't fun, and you do it all the time. It's always there, And I think the moment you notice something, and you don't notice it in, shall we say, favourable light, is the moment that it doesn't work anymore. And how anybody never told them that this obsession with this fucking chopper stuff was a good idea, I'll never understand. And maybe they did, because I am to believe that games testers point a lot of things out, and then they just get this political response where they say that there was nothing they could do, you know, it's intended to be that way, or there was no way to fix that, so it is what it is, you know, essentially saying, you know, shut the fuck up and get on with your work. But that is the end of the mission, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and you take care now.